for videos, suggest them. When I make twin flame videos, I only talk about, hi, yes, you are first. The When I make twin flame videos, I only talk about things that I know about. Sometimes I get requests to make videos about subjects that um, I've never experienced. Hi, Robert. Thank you. Um, and I can't talk about things that I don't know. I don't want to pretend. I don't want to um, speculate or give my opinion. Hi, Caroline. I don't want to speculate or give my opinion about things when I haven't had experience in those areas. So, feel free to ask me to make videos about different topics, but I cannot talk about things that I don't know about. Okay, does anybody have any questions about your situation or about twin flames in general? If not, I'll just see what information wants to come through for anybody who's listening. Um, the most important thing is to be working on creating inner peace. Hi, Cora. Thanks for joining in. So, the ultimate goal, what I'm getting right now, is creating inner peace no matter what's going on in your life or with your twin. I'm going to be adding, someone is just saying she's tired. I'm going to be adding energy healing to the group right now. Anybody who's watching now or later will receive the healing that comes through. And it's going to work specifically for you to uplift your energy, to balance your energy, to clear your energy of any heaviness and clear your heart chakra from pain, grief, and heaviness, so that your heart can expand more in love and so that you can feel peaceful. So that's what I was getting before, was that I was just checking in to see what information wanted to come through for the collective. And it's about creating inner peace. The twin flame road journey is tumultuous. It's up and down every day. It Throughout the day, you have a variety of emotions and thoughts, feelings, and how do we, modulate our emotions or feel peaceful when you're having some strong emotions, especially because sometimes you can actually feel your twins' emotions, and sometimes you are processing them through your emotional body, your physical body. Okay, so let's see. And so, yeah, so trying to find that inner peace, that inner stillness, even just right now, finding that space inside that's peaceful and quiet, where you can remember the love and who you truly are. And so let's see, let me just read. Wow, 5 years. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is a really good question. So, someone is asking about, still feeling their twin after many years, and how do you cut them off? Okay. This is a really um, interesting one and difficult one, because the concept is kind of different than what you would think of as cutting somebody off. The way to feel better in that kind of situation is to not resist it at all. You may be feeling your twin with you at all times. You may be thinking that about them, and you want that to go away. Well, the best way to deal with that is to fully embrace it and just accept it. Accept that your twin, I'm trying to get that sun out of my face. I don't know if it's going to work. Just accept that your twin is with you at all times. And the more that you don't resist it, the more that you do accept it, it will become easier to deal with because the more you allow that to just be there with you, kind of like, okay, I'm living my life with another person, parallel or, together with your energy, then it almost becomes like the background noise that you stop noticing so strongly. So the more you try to resist it and push it away and get annoyed with it and don't want it to be there, the worse it is, the worse it feels. The but when you just allow, always just allow, okay, here she is with me in my thoughts, in my dreams, in my energy. Just let it be, let it be, let it be. And over time, for allowing that to be what it is, it gets better and better and easier to the point where it doesn't really feel bad anymore. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're processing your twin flames emotions through you, the only thing you can do is let it fully move through you. Don't block it or resist it. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. Um, Understand that it's like a wave of emotion that will move through you. It will not be there forever. Let it move through you as strongly as it needs to, and then command to your higher self, to your soul, clear me of all others' energies, only fill me with my own soul essence, clear me of all others. So you're working in co-creation with your soul and commanding. Use your command, use your will. You have that power. Use your power to command what you want, ask for what you want, demand what you want. If you need a break from your twin's energy, tell your soul and tell his or her higher self, back off, that's enough, I don't want your energy so much with me anymore or strongly. You have every right to command your space, your energy field. Don't feel like a victim. Don't feel like you have to process everything through you that's theirs. You don't. You literally are not required to do that. And you can stop it at any time and have a conversation with their higher self and just say, hey, listen, I need a break. You're going to have to deal with your stuff on your own. I'm not going to be processing everything for you. Yeah. It's really, yeah, use your power correctly. Correct. Um, it is really hard once you do. w- Sometimes somebody's talking about this in the chat that, you're not in contact and then they come back into the scene and contact you, and it can be really hard to deal with that energy. It can be hard to sleep. It can be hard to deal with. So, yeah, you just have to find your balance again and understand that whatever's being triggered in you now is showing up for you to recognize and notice it. If you're nervous about something or whatever, start to become the observer of yourself and notice what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and then say, oh, these are some of the things that I need to be working on and clearing, because otherwise my connection with my twin is going to be like this, triggering. But you want to create the most harmony possible. So rather than reacting from your ego, start to understand that your higher self will be kind of whispering to you how you should, a better way to be, a higher way, and a more harmonious way to create that harmony and love, even if things are difficult and when things are difficult. So, yeah, can twin union ever fully stop? No. So interestingly enough about twins, if you don't want this connection anymore, I was talking about it a couple minutes ago, how the more that you embrace it, the oneness, and that person is present with you a lot energetically or in your mind, y- the person will pop up into your mind or your dreams once in a while. But it doesn't mean that y what was I gonna say? The connection is gonna remain, and sometimes they will not be strong in your thoughts or your consciousness. It could be for days, weeks, months at a time, but then they can come back into your awareness. Just let it be. The union will never end. You're one. Sometimes the twin flame acts like a spirit guide. Sometimes they just go on about their lives and live separately, but they'll always be reminders. But yes, it can get easier. There can be more distance created energetically, emotionally. It doesn't have to end. Um, but sometimes they're not together. So if you're hoping to come together with your twin, it's fine to have that hope, but not to have like false hope, not too much false hope. You have to be pretty realistic about what's happening. If they've completely shut you out of their life or of your life, you don't want to pretend to yourself that they're going to come back for sure. You really want to be able to face this rejection head on in a way where you're healing the inner child wounds that it's triggered. So don't feel like hope is gone, but do deal with the rejection, meaning if you feel that grief and you feel that loss and abandonment and that rejection, don't deny it. But because when you break through, there's like a barrier that you're going to break through to realize that they can't reject you. There is no such thing as rejection because everything is done out of love. You are held by God, by the universe at all times, supported by that love from the one, the all that is, from your soul, from your twin. Everything is done out of love completely. And so when there's that pretend rejection on it feels like rejection, it looks like rejection in our reality, but if you face it and you don't be in denial about it, you're going to break through to the core of that abandonment and rejection, which is usually coming from your parents. If you can really focus on healing the pain that is accompanying any kind of abandonment, abuse, rejection from your parents, you're going to see that your twin was really just a placeholder for dealing with that. And once you break through that and you see what it's really all about, and you heal your inner child and you love and nurture her or him, then you're going to find freedom. You're going to love your twin for their role in helping you achieve your oneness, wholeness, completeness within, and all of that self love. That self love is the ultimate goal. That's what's coming. That is exactly what's coming. So let me see what else. Yes, it's every single time. You are so 100% right, Caroline. I just posted a video a few minutes ago and I said exactly this too. Every single time, your twin is the symbol for the inner child wounds. When you're in that deep place of crying and grieving and devastation about your twin, just in that moment, think about what when this happened to you in for real, and this was from your parents, and so usually at a very early age, and so that's when you really want to hold yourself in that recognition. And oh, that's a great question, coming up here, but and so you're gonna not hold your twin responsible anymore to fulfill any of these roles for coming to you, fulfilling you, being with you. You're going to heal what you're willing to face in your own core wounds. And when you're willing to face those, is it like anyway, should I be looking into that camera? I don't even know, 'cause when I'm looking here, it looks like I'm not looking at you. When I'm looking up there, it looks like I am. I don't know which one is better. Um, but when you face these core wounds, you're gonna end up seeing that your twin actually pushed you forward into full healing, and you're gonna break free. You're gonna feel so much love, so much self-love, so much wholeness and completeness. And you're gonna love your twin too, because you're one and you're doing this for each other. You're like each other's best friends in spirit, coming down here to push each other hard to become the best you? Okay, that's a great question, Deborah. When you're feeling your twin flame intensely or the intensity of it, what does it mean? It means that most likely that they're thinking about you. So if that's what you mean, if that's your question, you can clarify. But if all of a sudden you start to feel your twin flame or it feels very intense, it's most likely because they're actually thinking about you. And or it could be that okay, I don't know if the voice is frozen, but my picture is frozen. I'm back. Okay. So when you have this sudden feeling of intensity and presence and awareness of your twin flame self has come into your field, into your consciousness to be there for you for any reason that you might think of in the moment of, and to guide you, to help you, to support you, to love you, to guide you in direction or so it could be either the person or the higher self or a combination. What do you mean, Robert? Can you see through really? Just let me know what you mean by that. Um, and so yeah, you're welcome. Twin flame babies. Um, yeah, your twin flame can get you ready for the love of your life, right? So that's true too. Twin flame babies. That's a really interesting topic. I can't talk so much about the topic of giving birth with having a baby with your twin flame and giving birth to that baby. I do have a video that's called Twin Flames Can Have Babies Without Meeting Each Other because that's the experience that I had. It's very real. Meaning, what I mean by that is I had significant spiritual experiences and physical experiences before I met my first twin flame. I have two twin flames, so some people gonna get triggered about that, but I do. And so when I before I met the first one, I could feel the man coming into my field so strongly. I mean, such a strong sensation, and that he wanted to have a baby with me. And the baby ended up coming into there was like a ball, a sphere of a being, because that's what we are, light beings, entered my womb just directly through my body like that. And I could feel it. And so this was the baby that my twin was about to conceive. I go deeply into that experience in my video. Again, it's called Twin Flames Can Have Babies. It's on my channel. Twin Flames Can Have Babies Without Ever Meeting. So you can watch that one. And the other thing is that if your twin flame has children, or if you have children, sometimes those are actually your twins' children instead of your spouse, meaning we are light beings, energy beings, and we can come through in mysterious ways and create life. None of us truly understand this, but because of if you read the comments on that video, you'll see so many people's experiences, but also I've had so many experiences. I work with hundreds of twin flames around the world. I started working with twin flames in 2008. I'll talk about that too in a little bit or in another video. But the thing is that sometimes you have children or your twin has children, but you can tell that that's actually your child or your child is actually your twin's child more so than your spouse, or your partner, whoever you had the baby with. That's a whole big topic. Now, I can't answer any questions about actually physically having a baby with your twin flame because I don't have that experience. But must be some incredibly powerful kids that come that way. Yes. Okay, great. Kristen asked about synchronicities. How would I know? And now I'm reading the next one. How would I know if my child belongs to my twin? The way that, and I'll come back to the synchronicities, Kristen. The way that you would know that is, Like, they might look like your twin, they might have characteristics, qualities, similarities, things in common, things like that. I mean, your child is definitely gonna have all of that with your actual, the actual mother or father of that child, but after you meet your twin, you're gonna start to notice some of those as well. Um, all right. So the synchronicities. The synchronicities is so interesting because we are electromagnetic beings. We have our heart is a massive electromagnetic field. We, with our thoughts, we create. The same goes for your twin. With their thoughts and their emotions and their hearts, they are creators. We create with emotion, with thought, with energy because we're twins and there's so much energy, right? More than one soul, more than one person with their own soul energy. It's two people with the same soul energy. The amount of thought, the amount of emotion that's happening between the two of you is magnified. It's more than regular people, and so you're actually creating, you're manifesting the synchronicities. That's through that potent, magnetic, creative, mental, and emotional energy because your higher self is bringing these things through because you're thinking about them, he's thinking about them, she's thinking about them. It happens with my twin. He said to me, like, we've had so many things, so because you're thinking about them, he's thinking about them, she's thinking about them. It happens with my twin. He said to me, like, we've had so many things like that, and he said to me, all I have to do is think of you and you text me. But like, some one time he was thinking about this thing for like a week nonstop, and I was thinking about it, and I texted him and I said, "Oh, hey, blah 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 about this thing topic," and he said, "No way, I've been thinking about that for a whole week." But that has happened many many times. So that's a synchronicity. But even other ones where you're seeing the numbers, or the song is coming in, that's, from your twin or whatever about your twin, when you walk into a store, or like, just, millions of well, not millions, but thousands of synchronicities are happening all the time. It is that you both are creating those together. You don't have to. So you have to understand this. The soul is a massive energy, like the sun. The sun has many rays shining down from it. It's a huge ball of light or gas or whatever it is. Our soul is the same and is in many bodies simultaneously. And the twin doesn't just, the soul doesn't just divide into two. It doesn't work that way. People have multiple twin flames because it's just different soul aspects. You can call them soul extensions. And there's no such thing as having only two twin flames. That's a fairy tale. I don't buy into any false teachings about twin flames. I go by my experience and the experience of all of my clients. I started working with twin flames in 2008. And gosh, that's 11 years ago. And they started flocking to me. I didn't know I was a twin flame, but the stories have been shared with me through my clients for so many years. And now that I've been working with twin flames officially since, I don't know if it was 2000, I mean, I officially, yeah, since the first one walked into my office in 2008, and then many, many more. But I started making videos about twin flames probably in 2014 or 15. And that's when I officially, started working with twin flames. And yes, so many people have more than one, and I'm not the only one. And, it just takes a broad, open mind to understand that the soul is so huge, and you're having many lifetimes at one time in many bodies. Okay, I'll answer your question, Kristen, about a karmic soulmate and a twin flame. All twin flames are karmic. All twin flames are karmic. What that means is that you have had lifetimes with your twin. Anytime you've had a lifetime with somebody, You have a karmic relationship with them because you've met them before, you've interacted before. And sometimes there are some karmic situations that need to be cleared or healed or played out. This can happen with your twin flame. It happens with your twin flame 100% of the time. 100% of the time, you have karmic situations with your twin because you have known each other forever, interacted in many lives, other planets, on Earth, in the spirit world, and the two of you have a lot to work out. And the um, so soulmates are karmic as well. People in your soul group are your soulmates. They're all karmic because you've known them before, you've had lives with them before, you've interacted with them before. That's karmic. Having had relationships in the past with them, and here you are again, working things out, moving through your roles. So I don't buy into the other people on YouTube who talk about, who label things like that in terms of the karmic partner and the twin flame, because all twin flames are karmic, all soulmates are karmic. A sacred soulmate is almost identical to twin flames. I would get away from these labels. If I would recommend that everybody move away from these labels. You are a soul, and you have lived, I don't know how long, eons, right? Here, many times, other places, spiritual realms, all kinds of realms. You have so many beautiful, and maybe not so beautiful, connections with so many souls. You don't have one sacred soulmate. You don't have one twin flame. You might have one twin flame that you love to incarnate with, that's a love partner that you play these roles with over and over and over again. But you have other aspects of your soul and that play other roles as well. You have many soulmates that come in to be what we would call a primary soulmate, somebody that is the top choice for your love partner. But that can alternate throughout many, many lives. So don't label them. Everybody's a soul connection. A twin flame is just another soul aspect or soul extension. If you really want to know, yeah. Oh, one second. Is it true? Yes. Yes. Iris is asking a really good question. Is it true that you're a genuine twin flame if you didn't know anything about twin flames? 100% yes. I don't think anybody knew about twin flames much when they realized that they were one. And even after meeting that other person, they still might not know what a twin flame is or that they are a twin flame. But when you do the search, when you start looking online and you find out that's what it is, and then you find out, oh my God, it's a real thing. Other people are experiencing this. It's actually something. It's called twin flames. Oh yeah, that's how it happens. When I met my first twin flame, I would just go, I was like at different parties or different places where I'm a spiritual person and all my circles were spiritual people. So there would be like psychics. I walked up to somebody at a party. She was like, yeah, I'm a psychic, whatever. I'm like, oh, well, there's this guy. And that's all I said. And she said, he's your twin flame. And it didn't register. I didn't care. It didn't have meaning for me. It didn't matter. I didn't even know what that was. It didn't have any meaning for me. So I knew what the words meant. I didn't know what they meant. I had heard the words twin flame, and I honestly didn't even know what it was. I knew kind of like it's your soul, like a soulmate love person or whatever. I have no idea. I didn't know. But I would go to another place and there would be another person, and I was like, oh, there's this guy. And that's all I said. They cut me off. That's your twin flame. They knew. They just knew. They kept telling me, that's your twin flame. And then it still I didn't understand, but I was going through the experience of it. That's what matters. When you're going through the experience of it, you know what it is. Once you find out what it is, I said, when you go searching for it online, you realize, oh my God, that's what this is, then it makes more sense why it's so crazy, right? I feel like there was some good questions going on. Thank you, Kristen. What a beautiful explanation. I don't know what remember what I explained for you, but I'm glad you liked it. I don't remember which question you had asked. Oh, yeah. Teresa, that's interesting. You met your twin flame and you both thought this was going to be your last journey together. That is such a beautiful story. It would be, but now you're with somebody else. You know, we have free will. Sometimes we do set it up to be like that. And sometimes they're just too scared to really fully do it. I don't think there are any mistakes. I do think that there's a lot of probability. I think that the souls decide on a general theme, and if they're both willing to do it, and they can both have that much courage and be willing to heal and be willing to step out, leave his wife, for example, and be with you, it can happen. And it might still, I always keep the hope open for everybody because life is long. People change, people heal, things happen. I don't want people to hang on to hope in a false way where it's not looking too good, but when it's that kind of situation, they've blocked you on everything and they've called the police or, whatever. Even in that case, I just had somebody like that, but a client. But the point is even in that situation, there's totally hope. It's not over. It's absolutely not over. But you have the hope and you live your life and you move through life and it can be there in the background that it still could happen one day. We have free will. We have many probabilities, but if our soul is like understanding the situation and that other person has made the decision to never be with you, your soul is going to be like, okay, the timing is right. We're going to bring in that new person for you, which it sounds like you are with somebody. You're with somebody new. You got to live your life in the moment. Go with it. If it feels good, if it's right, be with that person. The twin flame is not usually for the partnership, but it is sometimes. Many people have that agreement to be together, and many people have it just to be a catalyst for an awakening or healing or learning or growth. And so we can't know all the time what's going to end up happening. Even you, Teresa, we don't know what might end up happening in this life. So be in your highest joy, your highest path at all times, and be willing to flow with life the way that it goes. And always know that you're connected to your twin forever and that everything that happens is always for your highest benefit. Even the things that feel wrong or that feel out of alignment or off of your path, you're going to make the most of it. You're actually going to learn so much by going through those kinds of twists and turns, and you're going to grow. So it's about resiliency. It's about endurance, having unconditional love, and loving them from afar. How can you communicate with your twin flame and tell them you miss them? Is that possible energetically? Yes, you can definitely do that. You can send love from your heart, from your mind. You can talk to their higher self. You can tell their higher self, send them the love for me, from me, even directly, heart to heart, or through the higher self, either way, doesn't matter. You can tell yourself before you go to sleep at night. I've never done this, it's just coming to me now. Send love to my twin while I'm sleeping from me to my twin. Or this is something that I do. And if my twin flame watches this, he's going to find out that I do this because he watches my videos sometimes. But what I've done, and it's amazing, is before I go to sleep at night, I just tell my soul, please bring me a dream right now, tonight when I'm sleeping, to show me how we are, where we are, like how we're doing. And because that's a lot of times we're not talking. So, or sometimes when we are, whatever, either way. But every time, most of the time when I ask, bring me a dream, show me where we are, I will literally have a dream with him. And it literally shows the interactions, where I am, where he is. A lot of times I'm like not looking at him or he's ignoring me, or sometimes we're talking and having a lot to say, but it's always accurate. So do that. If you ever want to know, try it out. Tell yourself at night when you're going to sleep, higher self, soul, bring me a dream tonight that shows me how we are doing, where we are in our relationship, because these relationships go through stages and phases and all kinds of things. So yes, you can. FT, yes, you can communicate with your twin flame and tell them that way that you miss them through your heart. Your heart, oh, Perla, that's so wonderful. Your heart feels like it's been expanding lately. Me too. Lots of love. Maybe it's planetary where there's a lot of love energy coming in. Heart expansion is love, opening to receive love, opening to feel love, receive and give love. I don't know why, but I do think it's probably a collective thing. So that's wonderful. And maybe you have released some heaviness, healed some things, and maybe your twin has been thinking about you and released some stuff and feels more loving and open-hearted. And when that happens, you feel your heart opening too, because we do feel the other, persons, we do go through experiences together, even when we don't know it. Yes. Varsha, yes. Is the twin flame the purpose for specific purposes and experiences because you went through a lot of energy changes and yes, anxiety, everything. Yes. Oh boy, that's so that's common. Everybody who meets their twin flame goes through this. Just like everything just comes up and to the surface, so many feelings, so much anxiety, fear, sadness, missing them, loving them, wanting them, but also just all kinds of pains and things that we need to heal. It's energy moving through the body. You're feeling them, they're feeling you. Yeah, so much goes on. It's overwhelming, hard to deal with. That's why, I'm here to help people in healing sessions. I'm sending healing to everybody in this talk right now today. This is so much fun, you guys. This is my first time ever doing this. Thank you for coming and asking your questions. It just feels so natural. I just realized it's my first time, but it feels so natural. Probably because I've watched people do live streams, and so that helped. Gosh, if I had never seen anybody do one, I wouldn't even know what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just reading, seeing what I want to answer here, what I can answer. Yes, so many good. Yes, there's a lot of people are saying the same thing, that they've learned so much about love and unconditional love and appreciation, even through the hard times. Even me too. Like my twin flame and I are not really we're not really on talking at the moment actually, but I just feel so much love for him because it all of it can be healed and forgiven, and there's just nothing, you don't have to hold on to anything. Like eventually, hopefully everybody, you'll get to that place also where you are in just deep appreciation and gratitude for every little thing, even the bad stuff, because you're learning to love people for their faults and dysfunctions and yourself, and there's forgiveness. So we're learning so much along the way. Yeah. Okay. Peace, Lily. It can feel so painful, this journey, missing them, the pain and the hurt. Just let yourself go fully into that pain. Feel it. When you're in that much pain and you're crying and you're feeling that pain in your heart, focus on what I just uploaded a video about this today. So go to the other video from today. Go in when you're in that much pain, go ahead and feel what the core is, that your twin is really just a symbol for that, and that they're just a symbol for the inner child wound and pain that was caused usually by your parents. So that's where the pain is actually coming from. Maybe your separation from God. It is your separation from your twin, and it is your separation, or that's not the right word, but abandonment from um sorry, I got distracted for a second. Abandonment and rejection or abuse or whatever from your parents. And so that's really where the pain is coming from. And when you heal that, um, you will heal it with your twin. You'll heal that heartache and that pain. It will really go away. I promise you, when you fully, fully, fully face head on your inner child wounds, that your twin is just a symbol for that, you will heal this and you will end up not feeling that pain anymore. I promise you. Oh, good. I'm glad you're learning, Claudius. Hi. I think I know who you are. And thank you for joining. All right, let's see what else. Yes. Yes. Brennan, that is so common to meet your twin flame in dreams before ever meeting them, and really knowing what they're thinking and feeling. And I met my twin flame in a past life regression under hypnosis 1 year before we met. And so after that lifetime, we were married in that life, and I crossed over to the other side under hypnosis to the spirit world, and his eyes came to me, and whoever they were repeating, remember his eyes, remember his eyes, remember his eyes. So then when I met him, I was like, whoa, that's you. I know you. I saw you before I know you. I saw you before I ever met you. Craziness. But also he came to me in my dream, and about a month or 6 weeks before we met, about a month before we met, he came to me and visited me, and we merged. Our soul bodies merged, and there was a physical thing that happened. And I said, oh, this person, I think I'm going to meeting somebody. I didn't know I had already had a twin flame. I didn't know you could have another one. I literally never expected that. And then here he was, like, massive twin flame experiences happening that are, textbook, that have been going on for years and years and years. Oh, that's so sweet, Eddie. Do it. I'm just kidding. He wants to donate money. Everybody is welcome to donate money in this live chat if you want, and I would be so grateful. And nobody has to at all. I'm having so much fun doing this for you. It's my pleasure. Let me go back. I'm 18 years older than my twin. Hi from Sweden. Thank you, Krista. Yeah, it's normal. Age differences are totally normal, and so are very close ages. No rules with twin flames. Your twin flame can be 25 years older, 25 years younger, or you can be the same age. It doesn't matter. Twin flames can be your child, your parent, your sibling, non-romantic connections. Your soul can decide to come into two or more bodies to play any roles for you, for each other, to play any roles for you, for each other. Ah, that's too bad, Brennan. Yeah, happen. Mm, yeah, a lot of people feel that their twin is living the good life and free of this whole scenario, and it's not burdening them, and they're happy. And I mean, sometimes that might be true, and then you're stuck with what feels like the heaviness and the connection and, the difficulty with it. But you never really know if that's true. And anything that happens in this connection is absolutely part of your learning and growth. So if you're feeling like a victim and you're feeling like you blaming them or mad at them for something like that, this is where you have to heal. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place where you're actually seeing them as outside of you. So check my video, Brendan, that I just uploaded today after this. I mean, whenever you have time to do that, but everything that they do is for you. So really turn it inward and be like, okay, why am I so upset about this? What am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to heal? So whether it's jealousy or blaming them or projecting responsibility onto them to make you happy or make fulfill you in some way, you've got to come back to knowing that only you fulfill everything for yourself. You make yourself feel whole. You make yourself feel complete. You have the self love. And I know it sounds bad or terrible to hear these words sometimes because it's so that everybody's said, but and I used to feel that way too. But when you really, really get to the healing of all of this, you'll see what I mean because I've been through it. And the words might not have that meaning or they might annoy you or trigger you, but when you actually get through that and you heal all of that, you're going to understand what I'm saying and feel so overjoyed, so whole and happy and complete. So many people that I've been talking to, because I went through that experience, and then so many of my clients after that started sharing the same story, that once we fully owned, faced everything and healed everything, the joy is like incredible, and the love and the happiness and the wholeness. And so you really can get there, but don't blame them or put the responsibility on them for helping you feel a certain way or them changing. Don't want them to change. They can stay how they are. This is where the healing is. You have to be non-judgmental, accepting, and you're welcome, Peace Lily. Hi, Sunshine. Thank you, everybody. This is so much fun. Thanks for coming. He talks to you through telepathy. Yeah, I don't know what he experiences on his end, if he's just thinks he's dreaming, or if he's experiencing it. What is a twin flame? A twin flame is another aspect of your own soul. You share the same soul. You come from the same source essence of energy that is your soul. Soul extension, soul. Um, is there a troll? Okay. I'll block him. I've never done that before. Hide, maybe? Remove? No. Let me block. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know. I didn't know about him. Fat cow. Thanks. Okay. Actually, I just lost 23 pounds recently, and I'm still losing weight constantly because I'm on a really awesome eating way of eating that I love. I talk about that in my videos too, so that's not even news if you've watched those. You say you more than one twin. Yeah, I do. You know what? Um, I'm gonna tell you guys something. My soul is, thank you so much, Table. My soul is incarnated in 7 bodies that I know of because I've met the other 6 soul extensions. I call 2 of them my twin flame because I went through the twin flame experience with them, and the other ones are just not like that at all. They're just friends and connections and stuff. But we're definitely one. being, one soul. And if I told you all of the experiences that we've had, um, then you would know. You would be your mind would be blown. Somebody's saying, I respectfully disagree. Everyone needs someone. I'm not sure if he's talking to me or somebody else, but I completely agree, think that it would be lovely to have. Oh, wow. There's a lot of those. Um, that person, I'm scrolling up through the comments, and that person did say a lot of, make a lot of comments, but I hid them all, so I can't see any of them. Um, Okay, so somebody is asking, I think my sister is my twin flame. Is that possible? Can there be more than one in your life? Yes. All right, let's talk about that. I just was talking about that. Okay. Okay, so somebody is asking, I think my sister is my twin flame. Is that possible? Can there be more than one in your life? Yes. All right, let's talk about that. I just was talking about that. Okay, so I do life between lives hypnotherapy. I had a client come in. I never met her before. Never met her before. She went under hypnosis. I guided her through past lives, and then after the life, I just say, okay, leave the body at the time of death. And the clients, they leave the body and they're in their soul form. They expand into their soul form, spirit in the spirit world, and their soul begins to talk through them. They get to have that perspective that we don't have here, but they become not all knowing, but like more all knowing than we are now. And her soul said to us, the two of you have been the same person in 21 lifetimes. And she went on, I actually knew her soul, because it was my soul. I had I had known about some of my other lifetimes, and it was her, it was my soul. It was so crazy. But which was the same soul as my client. Okay, so she said she started to tell us about who we had been in other lifetimes. And so that woman and I were the same person in 21 lives, meaning both of our soul aspects, our energy was in one body in 21 lives, the same body, I should say. She and I, after that, we became very close friends. There's nobody on earth that is more like me, thinks more like me, acts more like me. We agree about everything. We understand each other. Nobody on earth who understands each other as much as we do. And it's amazing. It's to have been the same person in 21 lives, you're bound to have that kind of commonality. Now, she, under hypnosis, when her soul was talking and telling us this, that we come from the same soul, I had already met the other, all the other ones except one. But the one, because I said there were seven, I'm one of them, so there were six others. The other one that I had never met was her friend. So she asked, or she got that information that she and her friend had already talked about that they feel like they are twin flames. That man is a gay man who's married. So they didn't have they were just like best friends, okay? And they talked about being twin flames coming from the same soul. They didn't probably use the words twin flames, but they were like, we feel like we come from the same soul. They already knew that. So then in this session, she kind of like asked or retrieved that information. And the soul said yes and showed her that they had been twin siblings in another lifetime. And that, of course, in this lifetime, they're like best friends because of that connection. I will tell you another thing. My twin flame, when I say my twin flame, it's my second one that I like consider the main one, if that makes any sense. The first one was more temporary or whatever. Okay. So my twin flame's son is also our twin. So he knew that. My twin knew that, had that feeling, and told me, I think he's my twin flame. This was before he and I talked about being each other's twin flame. And knew that he was because I felt it and I knew he was my twin flame. Okay. What I mean is his son, I knew he was another soul extension of mine. So to answer your question, yes, your sister can absolutely be your twin. So if anybody out there feels like somebody is your twin, you'll know. You know what I mean? You might not know for sure, but you might have that strong feeling. So that's a little bit of the story of having multiple. That friend of mine, my twin's son, my friend's friend, who I met, ended up meeting. We all have names similar. I don't want to give away the names, but we have some similar names. So, and then the other one, yeah. Anyway, it's fascinating. My situation is supernatural beyond you can barely even believe it. I mean, sorry. It's hard to talk and read. I'm reading and talking, I'm getting a little bit distracted. I hid Mr. Stooge. Is he hidden from everybody also? Um, I wonder who that was. I don't even care. I don't know why I said that. Somebody who doesn't like me. Is that troll hidden from everybody else? Because I hid him and pretty sure he's hidden for everybody. I've just never done this before. Does anybody else have any other questions? Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're 11 years older than your twin. The age doesn't matter. How do you become what you do now? I'm not really sure what you mean. Oh my goodness, that's so precious, Teresa, seeing the flame in his eyes. So many supernatural things happen that are beyond belief. Thank you so much, Brennan. You're welcome. You're welcome. Everyone needs someone. That's what somebody said. I wouldn't say need, but yeah, it would be so lovely to have a partner in if your life, if you want one. And everybody deserves to have that, of course. But not all twin flames come together or are meant to come together. Sometimes they do, and sometimes you're supposed to be with a soulmate. You never know. What's the best way to meet your twin flame? Oh boy, I would never recommend that. Oh, thank you so much for letting me know. I blocked him for everybody. I would never look for a twin flame. I would never. That's like, unless you know that they exist. If you feel them, if you've met them in your dreams and they're in your energy field and you know them, you know about them, then that's a different story. But if you have no idea if you have a twin flame, then I would just forget about it and move on with your life, because you would never really want to invite that into your life. I know about 4 twin flames who have committed suicide because this is the hardest path that you can take. And only twin flames would understand what I mean. And you don't want to say that to somebody who's lost a child, but there can be some, it can drive you to suicide. So if you don't have a twin flame, don't worry about it. Well, you know what? We're coming up on an hour here. I had no idea how long I would go, and I'm just going to let it be an hour. Okay. There's another question coming in. I'll answer that. It's about the difference between twins and soulmates. There can be a lot of intensity with soulmates. Soulmates are people in your soul group. They are not stemming from the same soul. They come from different souls, monads, different, the essence of your being is here, and all of your twin flames are comprised in that. And then your soul mates each have their own souls. Okay, they're different. So you can all be in a soul group. And so when you meet a soulmate, you feel like, you know them, or you want to with them, or you've known them before, you might have that connection. Soulmates can be enemies, anybody in your life, family, friends, coworkers, bosses, teachers, all kinds of connections, children. And so the twin flame is the extension from the same soul. Like, your portion of energy comes into your body from the same soul. Another portion of the energy from that soul goes into another body. That's your twin flame, sharing the same soul essence. And meeting the twin flame is so intense and not the same as meeting a soulmate. I have the first video I made on twin flames, I think it was like 2014 or 15. It's called it's a response to Matt Kahn. I talk about it in there, kind of some explanations of what it's like to meet a twin flame or be a twin flame. But the twin flame involves supernatural experiences. Like I said, I met him in a past life regression. Other people meet them in dreams. I met him in a dream. Our soul bodies merged. And actually, that time before I ever met him, and he came into it wasn't a dream. It was like a spiritual experience while I was sleeping, and our soul bodies merged. He actually kissed me on the lips, physically. Like, I woke up to an actual physical kiss on my lips. And he wasn't there, and I had never met him, and I didn't know who he was. But then when I met him, I knew it was him. So weird things happen with twin flames, not so much with soulmates. Synchronicities happen with twin flames that last for years and years and years. You knew about them years before you met them, or you have all these crazy synchronicities. It's like beyond anything you could ever make up. But that doesn't happen that much with soulmates. It happens a little bit with soulmates where there's enough recognition, there's enough synchronicity to get you, connected, but it's not overwhelming as it is with twin flames. Somebody says you end up not caring if you end up with your twin flame. This is true. Once you heal everything fully, you don't care if you end up with your twin flame. You feel totally at peace, totally happy. Everybody can get to that stage if you're willing to go through healing everything. That's a really tough question, Russell. Should I tell my twin flame, say something? I think you need to follow your inner guidance. And especially if she's with somebody, maybe not, unless she comes to you and wants to engage and talk um, and if you're getting that kind of feeling from her that she wants to know more about the connection, you can talk about it. But if it's just kind of random and you're going to tell her something, maybe that's not so wise. I don't know. You got to follow your inner guidance on that one. If your higher self is pushing you to do it, then you're going to listen to that. If you're getting like the hesitation and the doubt, you follow that. You're going to get the inner knowing about what to do. Just keep listening to it. Even if you're not sure about what it is, or you're every day, listen to which direction you're being pushed or nudged in. It's such a hard journey, but totally worth it. I agree. It's so worth it. I'm in such a great place with it. I've gotten to the best place I've ever been in my life, happiest I've ever been, full of joy, consistently happy every single day, in gratitude. I've never felt this amazing ever in my life. And if you want help getting there, I can help you. I do the sessions, and I'll probably make a video about it, talking about it a little bit. Talking about how I got there, to this place. Because what I did was I faced the rejection, and watch that video. The more you embrace it, don't deny this. Don't resist it. The more you come into oneness with it, the easier it can be. to have all of that, to have that feeling with you all the time. Yes, Perla. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to end it. And thank you all for joining. Thank you so much, really, everybody, for joining in. I appreciate that. Do you want me to do it again? Should I do this periodically whenever I feel like it? Because today it was spontaneous and I did it. And I'll do it again because it's fun and I get to answer questions. And then other people can watch this later and who weren't here and get their questions answered. Because people have the same questions and they're curious. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, I'll say bye. It's hard to say goodbye, right? When you're having fun. Bye, everybody. Okay, I will. I'll do it again. Sending all of you so much love and blessings. I love you all so much. Thanks for being on this journey with all of us together. We're doing this. We're healing. We're loving unconditionally, forgiving everything, and becoming masters, right? We can do it. Okay. Bye, everybody.